Let me say first that we are coming to this show since more than 8 years now. It was a pleasure for us to come to Copenhagen, and we decided to show one of our latest products, which is brand new, you could say. It's the self-boarding gate, which is also to be used for board card control in airports. And one of our well-experienced products, which is the one-way corridor, which is already installed at almost 100 airports worldwide meanwhile.
Let's talk about the different areas. First of all, when you talk about automation for passengers and self-boarding, just explain what you've developed and how you look at making that process work.
About 3 years ago, IATA decided to put one 2D barcode on the ticket. So having one media worldwide on a ticket makes automation processes very easy. So the second thing was that you could automate a self-boarding process, for example, and it became 2 years ago, it became effective with the tender of Lufthansa at Fraport. We were successful, we received the order, and it was a very hard test, and there was quite a good product. Of course, you cannot say that of your own products, but a tested product which could be called in a way standardized as a self-boarding gate, came out of that, and meanwhile we have several orders running. I'm not allowed to talk about it because they are not finished yet, but we have also more than 10 pilots already in the field worldwide.
And what are the key factors to get right when you're talking about self-boarding from your point of view?
Well, the most important thing is the passenger has to feel good, you know. You have to guide a passenger. User-friendliness is very important, and also during the last 2 years we have been improved that product very much concerning that, being guided by light, have an interface that is interactive with you, showing green light when you can go, showing green light when you can take a voucher out of it. This is very important for the user. And of course personal safety.
I guess one of the learnings and what you've had to develop is the fact that when passengers are moving in, what can be a stressful or a distracting surrounding.
Exactly. Passengers do have children. Children are using those gates, so they have to be very safe. They have all kind of luggage in front of them, behind of them. The gate is not supposed to give an alarm if this is only luggage. It's supposed to give an alarm if a second person tries to follow that has not an acceptance.
And how easy has it been to adapt to that kind of behaviour and to look at how you keep the automation process, keep the process simple, but cater for all of that, you know, what's going on?
Well, you have to try a lot. It's of course a lot of testing in the field, of course, with all kinds of situations that could happen on an airport. It was like a half a year's testing phase, and of course all projects start with a pilot. So they start with one installation, trying with the passengers, noting what kind of mistakes they make or what we have to improve at the gate functionality.
And in terms of installation for the airports, it has to be something that doesn't involve, isn't too difficult, isn't too expensive, I guess, in terms of installation, doesn't change the environment too much.
No, as you see, we've been doing this since more than 30 years in the security business, so we know what we're talking about, and we have installation crews and maintaining crews all over the world. So this is a gate, like Elise said, which we have also installed in office buildings, for example, so it's not very complicated.
And why is it important that you bring your products to this exhibition, this expo in particular?
Because this expo is Passenger Terminal Expo. They have the topic of passenger flow. Of course, we are here since more than 8 years, every year, in every place. And we have good experiences because the customers are the right ones, the quality of the leads is good.
And the kind of feedback you get must be invaluable as well, and what people tell you and how...
you need the feedback of the people, the feedback of the customers, let's say, and the feedback and the exchange, of course, with the market, you know, what is coming up, what's new. That's important for us.
And it keeps you on top of the game, doesn't it? It means you can keep advancing as a company.
Of course, of course. Of course, talking to customers gives you the most information, but you also have to know what's going on internationally, what laws will come out, what is IATA planning. It's good to know.